Alright, finally got my Temu order in.
Okay, first up, we have these wireless Bluetooth headphones. I've been needing some headphones for quite some time now. I seem to have a problem with the right earbud of my AirPods always dying. So I decided that I would try out these because they're so much smaller and I like to lay down and sleep when I wear my earbuds, and these look like they would be awesome for doing that. They were only like $3. So I feel like I had to get them because I also saw a review on YouTube and the person was just raving about them, and that was like for $3. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. Why the heck not? I need a pair. And actually, I believe he paid more than I did. I think his was at least $5. So I paid less. But to be fair, he did have the tan version and I got the black version. And on Temu, the colors can make all the difference. You can go from paying, $3 for the black version and $20 for the blue version. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, very happy with how this turned out. It's way more robust than I had thought it would be. Um, so let's take a look at just the regular old contents. The packaging is a little bit better than I had imagined at first. I'll say that right off the bat. I don't know what I was expecting. Kind of like just that little baggie. You see that? That's kind of what I expected the whole thing to come in. So the fact that it came in a box and a little plastic mold, that's pretty cool. Let me just take this off and we'll get it moving. I'm actually really surprised at how sleek this thing is. I can't think of what it looks like, but it's really nice. There's no way you could tell that that's a case. I mean, I don't know what it looks like, but it does not look like a charging case. So that's really awesome. I mean, I know I've seen the pictures, but the pictures don't really do it justice, does it? And it uses USB-C. I didn't even check for that, but admittedly, the inside does leave a bit to be desired, but I mean, it doesn't need to be fancy or flashy. I mean, it's just literally the mold for the earbuds, and that's it. I guess all of the fanciness is on the outside, which is fine. As you can see, these are much tinier than even I anticipated. I dropped one just there and had to grab it. And yeah, so I did eventually try these out. And my experience is mixed. They are so small, they fit in your ear in a very unique way. Um, and so I really think it's going to be person to person on whether this is something you'll like. I think you'll either love it or you'll hate it. And I'm still on the fence right now. So I know that kind of contradicts the love it or hate it thing, but yeah. But I do like the screen. This is really neat the way it does this. It looks way better than I thought. In fact, it looks way better than the last earbuds I had because it didn't even have a screen actually. So this is pretty cool. Um, I'm actually very satisfied with this for $3. I mean, come on. Um, can't go wrong with a wireless pair of headphones, and I think that um, Temu has some pretty great offerings, especially for the price. I think Temu is a place you want to go if you're wanting to get wireless headphones for anyone. Like, go to Temu and you'll find a good pair for really cheap. Like, don't go anywhere else. Go to Temu. It's the same thing with kind of like chargers. You know what I mean? So, and they do charge pretty fast. One of those buds ended up dying after I was trying it out, and the other one was fine. So I just popped one in and it charged, and before I knew it, it was good to go. So, next up, this wireless RGB keyboard. So I've had a wireless keyboard for quite a few years now. In fact, I had a built-in touchpad mouse, and it was great, but it requires AA batteries, and I've been tired of having to get new batteries quite frequently. And, if I don't have my keyboard, then I can't do a whole lot, especially since my mouse is built in. But more recently, I thought I should get a wireless rechargeable keyboard, and one that's backlit, if that's a thing. And of course, it actually is. So I went on Temu to see what I could find. I had actually bought a regular, wireless mouse to kind of, go along with this. Not from Temu, but it was. Oh wait, it actually was from Temu, and it was last year though. Oh no, not last year. Earlier this year. Anyways, so I got this because it was only $13, and that's a really good deal. I mean, when I turned this thing on and saw the way it looked, I was blown away. I did not expect it to be that apparent. You had to really be there. It looks so much better in person than it does on the screen. It's truly magnificent. Yeah, and so it has this button for you to turn RGB on and off. It's very, very clicky also. Like you just wouldn't know. And it feels premium. It's high quality. This is a little metal back. Like, come on. I don't even know what to say about this. This is one of the best purchases I probably have made on the site. I made quite a few over the year, but this here it's just blown all my expectations out of the way. Not to mention this little case that it came in, this little bubble wrap. I just kind of love that. But look at this. It's fantastic. It connected to my computer super easy. It's great to type on. I mean, honestly, it's so slick. It almost looks like something Apple would make. I swear this thing is easily like I would say $30, $40 value. They do have other ones on here that actually include a mouse, but they costed more, and I was on a budget, so I was trying to squeeze all kinds of things in. So, yeah, very, very happy with this purchase. It works fantastic. I don't know what else to say. It's awesome. If you're needing a wireless keyboard, a wireless Bluetooth keyboard, get this. It's fantastic. It works for obviously your laptop, your cell phone, iPads, I would imagine any computing device with a keyboard input and Bluetooth would be able to work with this. So yeah, and like I was saying before, I'm just blown away by this little case. It's awesome. It's like a really neat bubble wrap, but it's really robust. It's not the kind you can just pop. If you wanted to pop this, you'd have to put some force into it. So yeah, it's awesome. Like this, it's just awesome. So yeah, $13 for this. Major thumbs up. Next, we have some adorable kawaii headbands, perfect for adding a cute touch to any outfit. Now I say that, but I have absolutely no intention of wearing these with an outfit. Actually, I'm going to be using these as sweatbands. I just thought, hey, if I'm going to be sweating and I'm going to have a headband, why not make it as cute as it possibly can be? So, I only have two here because I gave the blue one away, even though it was almost my favorite. Almost. But this little one with the toast, come on, it's clearly the best one. I'm not even sure. Oh, the other one's like a rice cake. And so, it's okay. In the picture, it's obviously a lot darker. But the toast and the little cloud are much more true to the picture. So, very happy with that, though. And just real quick, I did also buy some clothes from Temu. They didn't make the video. I think I might do a separate video for that. But I got some pretty good items, I believe. So I'll probably be doing a video on that separately at some point. But yeah, I got a hoodie, I got a compression shirt, I got the scarf thing, and I got some undies. So I'll have to let you know how that goes. I've heard the reception for Temu clothes has been kind of mixed. There's got some good stories, and then there's some horror stories. But I'll just have to wait and see. So I got this rotating display stand, so that when I do product reviews and certain types of photography and pictures of stuff, that I'll have something that I'll be able to use to take more dynamic shots and truly like display the item in 180 or 360. You know, this one was good because it came with the top piece that makes it larger. So I believe the bottom, like the main part, is 4 inches, and then the little add-on is 8 inches. And it comes with this little remote, which uses AA batteries. That's fine. But, you know, in my testing, it worked out pretty well. You know, practical uses, I'm not really sure. You know, $13 is kind of high. For me, like, I don't tend to like to pay so much for an item on Temu. Typically, I try to stay below $13. However, this order has been kind of a different one anyways, and I really wanted this, and I figured it would be a good investment, especially if I continue to do Temu hauls and reviewing Temu products. So, and mind you, the prices that are on here, these are the prices that I paid. I can't tell you if these will be the prices you'll pay. The prices on Temu fluctuate daily, you know, almost secondly. So what you'll pay and what I paid will likely be different. I do a lot of searching to get the prices that I get, though, so keep that in mind. If anybody wants links to a specific item, let me know, but I'm not going to have them in the description. So just let me know if you want to see it. But yeah, so I believe at a certain point I'll actually turn this thing on. The issue was that when I recorded this video originally, the audio was going in and out. I don't know why it was doing that. It's never done that before. But I was like talking, you'd hear regular sound, and then it would dip like to a whisper. I don't know why I did it. But it pretty much ruined the audio for the whole video. There's no way I would be able to fix that. So we are relegated to doing a voiceover, which is fine. So finally, I've turned the thing on. I'm using the remote. As you can see, we're going clockwise at the moment. The remote has a slew of buttons, but they aren't very obvious what each one means. I was kind of learning as I used it, and even then I didn't quite get it. But as you can see in that picture up there, it says use your manual PDF. So, you know, I will definitely be downloading that and getting the full understanding of it. But to be fair, it's really not necessary. I really don't plan to use the remote often, but, you know, things change. And as you can see here, that's my little face mister that I got from Temu earlier this year. You know, I actually thought I was going to put the price up of that on there, but I guess I didn't. Anyways, yeah, so what you're seeing here is like the different modes that I'm pressing. So you see it's going back and forth. That's one of the buttons. I had hit that, and so it's doing that, which is kind of neat. You know, it's almost like a model, like literally like modeling, right? So I was actually really impressed with that. I didn't really think it would be doing more than just rotating. So, but I can stop it, make it go back. I can actually even increase the speed, but the maximum speed isn't that high. So, you know, which is probably for the best. But yeah, so one of the modes is a lot similar to the modeling mode, but it's a more, it has more range, I guess you could say. And then I believe there is a mode where it will do one loop, so one complete loop around. And there's another one. I forget what this other one is. I want to say it goes at this like a 180, or maybe it goes around and then it goes back around to where it came from. I couldn't tell you. I'll be getting more into this, you know, in the coming days/weeks, when I get more familiar with it. But as it stands, I'm actually very impressed with it, and it was only $13. All the other ones that included this 8-inch add-on were well above that, at least 15. In fact, when I went to look at this, right after I bought it, it was sold out. So I was like, oh, that's good. In fact, was it sold out or was it discontinued? I don't remember. But like the other vendors who had it, they had theirs priced way higher. And then after I bought this one from the vendor that I bought it from, it was sold out. So I was like, well, maybe he didn't, or maybe they didn't mean to have it at that price. I don't know, but it was a good deal, so I got it. Because really, that 4-inch really wouldn't have cut it for me. You know, 8-inch really, that's kind of perfect. It's very versatile, right? So I mean, if I was just doing like, you know, things like this little mister, 4 inches would be fine. But I do plan on using it for a bit bigger things. So you can look out for that in the future. So yeah, like I said, double A. Wait, is that double A or triple A? No, it's triple A batteries. You know, I go back and forth on batteries. So it's like sometimes I want an item to use batteries, and sometimes I want it to be rechargeable. But you know, it's a remote, so most remotes use batteries, and this one's no different. So yeah, I think we are just about done with this. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going on about at this point, but you know, I was probably being a lot more thorough than I am now, but you know, I was in the moment then. So hey, anyways, if you're looking for a turntable, Temu is probably your place to go. I didn't bother to look on Amazon because really a deal breaker for me is often the shipping, so I'd often not look elsewhere. So, but yeah, so let's finally move on. Real quick here, I got this cool Apple watch band and case. They've got awesome watch cases on Temu. Like honestly, I can't. There's so many. I want them all. It could easily become an addiction, but I got this one and two others. Actually, the other one's just a wristband, but there's another case I got, but I don't show that in this video. I meant to have it on the screen, but I forgot to add that in. But look at this. This is so nice. Big fan of this. It looked way better than I thought. It looks really good in that picture, but they're using a silver one, and mine is rose gold. But still, I am very happy with how it came out. Yeah, so I have the series, I think it's 6. But yeah, and then they had this one for only $1.50 basically. and that's just a backup, you know, when I kind of feel like changing it up, because you know this is blue and white, and so then I can, that'll go great with my rose gold. um, so yeah. Now, I ordered a lot of things that actually won't be making it into this video, and that includes quite a few kitchenware items, but I do have a bunch that I'm going to show right now. So this is like my goodie bag of kitchenware that I bought, and just kind of put in this bag because it was all spread out and kind of overwhelming to look at it all spread out the way that it was. So I put it in a bag and thought, yeah, I'll put it in the bag and then go do it later on for the review. So I got these silicone dishwashing gloves because I hate washing dishes. I hate my hands being wet, but this will help motivate me to actually do the dishes, and I won't have to worry about my hands being wet and covered in whatever chemicals I got going on in there. So $1.60, hard to beat that. So yeah, in fact, this just need to be watched now, so maybe I'll use those after the video. Okay, and next up, oh, these bag holders. So they hold up your like Ziploc bags and freezer bags, so you can keep them open while you're putting stuff in, contents in there, and they won't spill out or spill all over the zip part. Great deal. In fact, I found out that it extends. Like, I don't know why I didn't know that, because it's probably in the pictures, you know, on the additional pictures on the site, on the listing, but somehow I was shocked by the fact that they could be raised up, because that means they actually can be used with freezer bags, and I didn't think they would be for obvious reasons. But yeah, so way more versatile than I had thought they were going to be. Got two separate vendors for, you know, the maximum cheapness, and very pleased. So all right, so now we have my bag sealers. Got lots of chips going on over here, and it gets overwhelming to try to find the stupid chip clips. It's like we have 3, but they vanish into the Twilight Zone. So I figured I would get some more, and I saw these. It was a review. I don't know if these were on Shark Tank or they were as seen on TV product, but I saw those and I was like, wow, this is actually super duper cool. Let me see if Temu has something like that. And of course they did. And so I was like, oh my god, that's so much better, because I believe like the name brand version, or the as seen on TV / Shark Tank version, is something like what is it like $10 and up. So and that's for like less than I have right there. I have a plethora of different ones. So let's see, which I know I have some more. Oh, these are, I also bought these. So when I bought these, I bought them with, you know, chip bags in mind, you know what I mean, like bag clips for chips, but they, you know, can also be used for trash, but as, you know, trash bag clips, which is actually what they say right there. But when I saw them, I thought chips, and I just put them in the cart because there's 10 of them. But they're multi-purpose, obviously, right? Like I could use them for all kinds of different things. So, and for less than $1, I think that's a pretty good deal. So yeah. Hmm. So these are also bag clips. They go diagonally over the bag, so they don't seal like regular clips do. They just kind of go like that, like right across the corner. I have no idea how effective that'll be, but for also less than $1 and for 10, I decided to just grab it. You know what I mean? Not really rolling the dice on that. And so we have this food shredder here. As you can see there in the picture, they're like making it into these lines. My thought is maybe I can make some zucchini noodles. And so we'll see how that goes. I believe it's I believe it's actually it got like 3 different types of blade on there for like 3 different types of shredding. One at the top and one on the other side. So 84 cents. I figured, yeah, I'll definitely get that. And I'll see if this works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll probably go and get something else that actually, clearly makes noodles out of, zucchini. All right, these little oven gloves, these are pretty self-explanatory, but you put these on, get your stuff off the oven or out of the stove without burning your fingers. These are a godsend. I've been so tired of using oven mitts and getting burned because the heat just dissipates through, but these are great. They hold heat out very, very effectively. So yeah, I have been eyeballing these for a while. That says buy one get one free, but I don't know why it says that, because it's literally just a 2-piece. If it was buy one get one free, it would have been like 70 cents or something like that. So it's a 2-piece, but yeah, I mean, because you can buy them singles, but I mean, obviously you would want them in a set. Okay, these are broom and mop holders. Pretty self-explanatory, but these go on your wall so you can put your broom and your mop in there. Actually, I actually just got a free mop from Temu, so that's gonna come in handy. I haven't tried that mop out yet, so that'll be a whole nother review. Just a quick dumpling maker. Nobody in my family actually eats dumplings, but I figured these can be used for wontons and empanadas and little quiches and all kinds of little things, right? I mean, just got to be a little bit creative, and you can make a whole bunch of really cool mini things. So again, less than $1, so I figured I'll roll the dice on that. You know what I'm saying? Not the biggest gamble. I bought the Smuckers like molds on Temu. So there's these little things that you put in your bread to make them the shape of the Smuckers Uncrustables. Those expensive peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They just cost a fortune. Well, you can make them at home with these little molds. And now that I have that, I wanted just something to help spread the peanut butter and jelly that much better, and also maybe grab a bit more. So I got these. Obviously, they can be used for like icing and different things, but like my intent is to use it for PB&J. So I'm a big PB&J lover, and this is right up my alley. And look at that, less than $1 for 2, freaking fantastic. This was a good buy. Next up, we have my digital meat thermometer. I've been looking at meat thermometers for over a year, if I'm being honest. But I haven't really liked the ones that I've seen on Temu, if I'm being completely, honest. So this one appeared to be newer, at least since the time I checked before. I hadn't seen one like this. It looks very different than the other ones, and the little meter detaches, and also it can stick to the refrigerator. There's like a little magnet on back, which I don't think it says that anywhere on there. So that was like a nice surprise. Yeah, see that? Of course, it uses AA batteries. So that's it just whatever. But yeah, so $4 for this. I had been looking at them once I saw them, and they were way higher, but I put them on my wish list, not my wish list, and just kind of monitored how they were going to work. And so finally I found one for way cheaper than the other ones. Here. We have this can dispenser strainer thing. Basically, like if you had a can of green beans, you put that on there, go over the sink, and pour all the juices out without the green beans falling in the sink. And then these 3 funnels. I mean, these are also pretty self-explanatory, but they're collapsible, obviously. So if you want to pit um, something into like a bottle, or transfer something from one thing to another, there's these things, and they take up no space, and less than $1. Super duper handy. Honestly, you'll never know when you'll need these, but they're perfect. Um, Also, I got this potato pouch thing. You put four potatoes in there for 4 minutes, and it will cook them. It will cook them perfectly. And so I'm a big potato fan, but I don't want to wait an hour for them to cook in the oven. Deal breaker. So I got this. Been looking at it for a while, but for less than $1, I figured I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on that because, I mean, really, what do I got to lose? So got this. I'll have to let you know how this goes in testing. So as you can see there on the screen right now, there is that little board there. It's a plastic cutting board. I'm just using that for personal use, but I love them. I bought a set last year and they bit the dust since then, but I was like, I gotta get some more. I absolutely love them. They are awesome. They come in handy, especially when you got around the holidays when you got a whole bunch of things to cook. So I went and just kind of went hog wild, as you can see by like the amounts I got over there at the top in terms of the quantity. I got a lot, definitely don't need this many, but it's like, you never know. The other ones bit the dust, and you never know what might happen. These might bite the dust sooner than I think, and they'll be backups. So I got small, medium, and large. And I guess for the big ones, mostly orange. And of course, 2 blues. And then the mediums have 3 colors, which I believe is yellow, red, and yellow, blue, and green. I think there's a red one. Well, there's obviously an orange one. Wait, what have I been saying? What colors? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so got a bunch of those. And look at the price. I basically spent less than $4 for these things. So, I mean, come on, great deal. And I figured it's better than getting a wood cutting board because honestly, those are just a lot of work to kind of maintain and also quite a bit more expensive. So, and plus I actually have one and it's small and it isn't as versatile as these. So, I figured if I can get, a handful of them, then why not? So definitely recommend you get some of these, go out, buy them. You see how cheap they are, pull the trigger on it. It's a great buy. You won't regret it. But yeah, so. And we have these, just paper towel rack basically, and a brush to clean my like tumbler. If you have one of those long tumblers, you'll know that getting in there to clean is virtually impossible. So that's why I got this thing right here. It'll go down in there, get everything, scrub it up. In the picture, it doesn't make it clear that top piece detaches. I honestly thought it was like I thought it was like on there with like flimsy glue, but it's like a mold, so it'll snap on and off. That's really awesome. The quality of that is way better than I expected, especially for $1. And then these, like I said, these are just for your paper towels. I need these because without them, so far, the paper towels just move from one spot to another, and it's like, where are the paper towels? Like, just put them in one spot. So that'll be fine once I actually have these things up and hanking. There'll be designated spots, and I won't have to worry about where are the paper towels. They'll be on the paper towel rack, right? So that is why I have these. And once again, And now for the coup de grace, my absolute favorite item from this haul. You'd never guess what it is. I've been eyeing one of these for a while, and it's finally mine. It was just over $60, and I'm excited about all the ways I can use it. So, take a look. What do you think this could possibly be? Is it another keyboard? Is it some type of organizer? Is it a thingy? I don't know. But we're about to get into it and see. I'm super excited for this. This actually came before all the other things because it was... Anyways, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. Boom. A mini, or really a portable thermal printer. Okay. So it's regular paper size. So basically this will connect to my phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, and I can print regular size documents on the go, whenever. No ink. I mean, come on, that's freaking amazing. I did not know this was a thing until I actually saw a Temu ad on Instagram and saw it. And I was like, what? That is so neat. Because last year I actually bought the little picture one, which I'll actually bring up on here in a moment. But, you know, when I bought this, I had forgot that this uses a specific kind of paper, which is thermal paper, right? Because it uses heat to activate, you know, the words. So if you use regular paper, you're just going to damage the thing because it's, you know, it's regular paper. There's nothing for the heat to activate. So, but it wasn't, I didn't do my due diligence. And so I ordered it and I was like, well, dang, I bought that printer and I'm not going to be able to use it until I make another order. And no one in my area sells these. Walmart might, but their site wasn't very helpful in letting me know if they were actually at my store or not. But still, I was like, oh, I can't believe I did this. I probably would have just waited on ordering it if I had remembered about the paper. But yeah, so that was like the big disappointment. And that's why I waited to open this, because I said it came before everything else. It was the local warehouse thing, which is the first time I've done that because it requires shipping. And that's like the big draw for me in Temu was the no shipping. So yeah, here we go. You know, at first I don't realize what this is, but it's paper. It's thermal paper. It came with thermal paper. I was not expecting that at all. I'm so happy with that. It's hard for me to even explain. I'm actually clapping because it came with thermal paper. I did not see that coming. As you can see, it comes in a box. It comes with this USB charger, and it has these orange ports. Now, a lot of the time, these colors indicate a certain type of charging, and I'm not sure what orange means, but I'm hoping that means it's a really good one. But yeah, so here we are with the actual device. Very nice, stored very compact in this little box. Very impressed. And now we'll actually be able to see the crown jewel. And look at it. Isn't that a beaut? So I'll just stick the paper in, I'm guessing there, and it'll come out the other slit, and it'll be good to go. It should be super simple. They print relatively fast, but in a separate video, I will show you how this thing actually functions. Because obviously you saw me unbox it, so you know, I just haven't been able to test it. So I'll have to let you know how that goes after I get the app and find something to print that, you know, well, won't be too complicated. But besides that keyboard, this is the number one thing that I was excited about. But the keyboard blew my mind. Like, I'm so impressed with that darn keyboard, that it kind of overshadowed this. But I haven't even used this yet. Once I use it, I'm sure it's gonna take the top spot real quick. But like I said, I got a lot of stuff in this haul that did not make the video. There's just no way I could fit all that into a single video. I mean, I guess I could have, but it would have taken forever, and my phone keeps overheating as it is. In fact, it's probably going to die any moment now. But like I said earlier, it came from a local warehouse, whatever that is, and the shipping was, I want to say it was like $2.90. Actually, no, that was why I ordered it. The shipping was free for this, and so I was like, okay, because anytime I see that, I'm like, I know there's shipping. Avoid. Like, I see the little green truck and I do not click it. So, but this time I was like, well, I really need this, and this one was a great price. The other ones are like 70 and up, so I was like, I'll get this one, and I think it was the very last one too. So, but I'm not sure. If you want the link, let me know in the comments, and I will give it to you, if it's still available. But yeah, so I actually ordered one other thing that was also a local warehouse, and unfortunately, that shipping was not free, but the price of it was only $13. So, and I wanted to show this by comparison because it's also a thermal printer, but it's a mini thermal printer. And so this one's used for like selfies and printing little labels and, you know, just kind of cutesy stuff. And that's what I used it for, was selfies. I actually printed out a shipping label last year with it. It also uses a USB-C. As you can see there, it was $15. They're way cheaper than that. But this one tends to be above $10. But as you can see, mine came with 10 extra rolls of paper, of thermal printing paper rolls. 5 are regular and 5 are adhesive, and it also came with these little pack of markers, if you want to like print out these little colored things. So $15, that was a great deal. So yeah, but that was the thermal printers. Like I said, the Coupe de Gras. This was the big purchase of the order. I had been most excited about, and really still am. So, but this is that final item I ordered from the warehouse. It's an extension cord, and the power jacks in my house are located in very just bizarre positioning, and there's just these areas where there needs to be jacks and there's not. So I needed an extension cord, but I needed one that could be versatile. So really I needed one that could maybe stretch to one end and then also stretch to another end somehow. And so I was looking on Temu for extension cords, and I came across this 12-footer, and it goes in 2 different directions. How crazy is that? Like, if you look at the picture, you can see it plugs in, and then on the right there's a long cord, and on the left there's a long cord. And so I can like just take that and put it on one side of the room, and then take the other one and put it on the other side of the room, and that will solve a lot of problems. I didn't even know that an extension cord of this design even existed. In fact, Temu was the only place I ever seen it on. Actually, after I had sold it on Temu, I thought, well, let me just see if Walmart has it, because then I'd be able to just go pick it up. However, they did not have this. They had something sort of similar. It was square. It wasn't 12 feet. It was much shorter, but also it the design wasn't the same, and it wasn't as versatile. So it was close, but not close enough that I would say it was just like it. So yeah, this is a pretty unique extension cord for $14. I figure that's a good deal. Temu was actually a really good place to get like extension cords and power adapters and power strips and stuff like that. So definitely recommend that. As for this one in particular, I can't tell you what. I can tell you by price alone, and by design, you should definitely get it. But I mean, it's an extension cord. I would imagine that it would function as an extension cord would. So there really isn't much to say about that. But just the length and the dynamic aspects of it make it so neat. I'm actually surprised that it has a manual. So it didn't. Maybe it did. No, it did not come with one. But if you looked at the top corner of the pictures of the prices and stuff, every item that had manual, I had the manual up on the screen. So, all right. Well, that is the haul. You guys will have to let me know what you think.